Hi guys, welcome to Design Hub. In today's video, I'm going to be creating a short tutorial on how you can edit multicam sequences. Now, multicam sequences are cases where you're using multiple cameras for recording, and Premiere Pro calls it multicam sequences because there are multiple cameras and you can choose which camera you'd want to take the cut for the entire video. Now, it's super simple, but it needs some practice so that you can understand how you can do it. Now, the footage that I'm going to be using today is from a video recording of a music video. Now, this video is available from cinestudy.com, which is one of those websites that I use very often to download practice files for editing. You can go there and you can check a lot of those files over there as well. Now, over here, what has happened is that for the same recording, there are multiple snaps. Now, in this case, we have about 4 cameras through which recordings have happened. For fun, I have chosen one of these cameras and created small snippets out of it instead of taking it or assuming it that the entire recording is being captured in all of those cameras. Now, one thing that you need to make sure when you're recording any of these videos is that all cameras need to have a audio input. It might be shitty. It might not be the greatest audio that you're going to be choosing. Of course, you could have one of those cameras or one of those audio devices that is recording a high quality audio. But nonetheless, every device that you're choosing that you're going to be using for multicam has its own audio input. Now, this is important because Premiere Pro or any other editing software for that matter synchronizes different videos and different cameras based on the audio input. It will take in the waves and the peaks that are there in the audio and will synchronize multiple videos accordingly. So that's why you need to make sure that when you're recording, every camera has an audio input. Now, if you're a one-man army like me, you might have multiple cameras being set up and when you're recording like this. When I do this, I go across the entire set of devices and keep on pressing record one after the other. It means that all of these devices will have slightly different starting point in which the recording is happening. That's okay. That's something for Premiere Pro to fix it. The same thing can happen towards the end also. That means you do not necessarily need all the devices to start recording simultaneously. Well, if you were able to do that, then you don't need multicam sequences. Then, moving forward. Over here, import all of the files that are necessary. That means all of the different cameras. I prefer renaming all the files to the specific cameras that are going to be used. It keeps life slightly easy. Once you're done, select all of these and right click over there. Select the option called Create Multicam Sequence. Now here's the window that pops up. In this window, you can see that there are multiple options. There is in point, out point, and audio. We'll go with the audio because we know that the audio is consistent for all of the multiple cameras. If you were recording with all of the cameras starting simultaneously recording, then you could have gone with simultaneous in points. And that means all of the videos would have gotten synced with according to the in point of the videos itself. That's not what we want. We want it to be audio over here. Now moving forward, this has created a simple subsequence or a multicam sequence. Now this multicam sequence is slightly different from the sequence that you and I are probably used to. What we have to do is drag and drop this onto the timeline or create a new sequence in which we can drop it. Once this is done, it creates or comes across as a single layer. So this looks quite simple, a single layer and a single audio. If you scrub through the entire thing, you will see that it is only a single cam that is being projected. Now here's the thing. To get started with multicam sequences, you'd want to see in your program monitor the multicam option, which is you see all of the actual cameras which are going to be used on the left side and the final sequence on the right side over here. This is what the multicam option looks like. In case you don't have it, you can always open it from here and select this particular button. Now, once this is done, the editing is super simple. Now, understand that all the cameras, one after the other, are numbered. Camera number 1 is the top left, this one is camera 2, this one is camera 3, and so on. You can have multiple cameras that you are going to be using for editing. Now, once you're starting editing, you'll have to press play, that is by using spacebar on your keyboard. Once that happens, it will start scrubbing through. And as and when it's moving, you can hit the buttons 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on for the respective cameras that you'd want to select for the final shot. Now let's see how this happens. Here I'm pressing play and 1, 2, 4, 3, And just so simply, the multicam track that was there now has multiple cuts, each for a single take of the camera. Now you can go ahead and refine these if you'd want. Select one of your tools and you can move around the cuts as necessary. And once you're done, you can finally place the audio with the entire sequence. And that's it. That is how simple it is to do multicam editing. Now you can go ahead and export these files, or you can go ahead and make more changes if you want to. Editing multicam sequences is super simple in Premiere. I hope you found this video useful. Now, go ahead, like this video, share it with someone who you think needs it, and subscribe to Designer. Follow for more content.